Hello everybody, can you hear me? We are here, we are live, we are trying to get this show on the road. We are in the Aussie Super 8 cars. Let me turn this off. Let's see. I will figure this out. All right. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. Now, let's see if this works. Ta-da! All right, I don't have my phone. I can't see what's up. But I think we are ready to go, and we're ready to head into quali here. Not all the screens seem to be working on my end, but let's see. There's the event. Let's get the timing tower up. There we go. I do not believe we have started quali yet, as we are still in practice. Let's just see if we've got everything under control here. Let me go through and set a couple things up. We have been witnessing some storms here at Broadcast Central, so we have found a window to compete in, and we have fired it up, and we are ready to try and broadcast this race. So hopefully everybody can jump on in and be able to see what's going on. Let's see, did the labels work? Yep, there's the labels. We're still in practice. Tower comes up. There it is. Okay. Right on. So look at that. Granovich has a 130. Coming down in Phillip Island here. Welcome, everybody. Let's finally get this thing under control. And I think we're ready to rock. A few things are working, a few things aren't working. So we're just going to have to go with it. Let's get a look at these drivers. We got 17 guys so far on the server. And, you can check them out there. Chanik, Bonnie, Boldani, Taylor, Westy, Krylov, Janati, Hightree. Welcome, Hightree. I think Hightree's racing for the Flying Crowbar Racing today. Glad to see him back in the seat again. And then Cantaswara, Summers, Batson, Bettason, Wynnum, Barnes, Wood, John Vandergeest, our host, and Da Silva. And special thanks out to APTORA, our sponsor for this race. They have sponsored one of our F1 races, and now they're also sponsoring this Supercar V8 series. So great to have them on board with us. And if I would have had enough time, having the power just come back on, I would have had one of their banners in here. But I literally got back live with 15 minutes to go and tried to throw this thing together with a bunch of baling wire. So yeah, here we are. We're live. We got it going on, and we are going to race. This mod, this V8 Supercars mod, is just absolutely a blast to drive. If you're old school like me and you remember the first original V8 Supercar mods from years past, these things were like insanely hard to drive. These, however, have come a long ways, and it's actually super fun, super controllable compared to now how it was. I mean, there was so much horsepower before, just a little bit of gas, and your car was going off, spinning into madness. So let's get a look down the list here. I know we have a couple custom liveries. Let's find Neil Woody and his partner here. He's in the pits, but he has a really nice skin. And I think, okay, we are going to quali. That's what that means. Yeah. So it's a 15-minute qualification session. Try to get my wits about me here. Trying to make stuff work over here. For some reason, some of the things are not coming up, but that's to be expected when I was in such a rush. But anyway, here we are as the cars are lining up for the green. And let's see Roman putting that quickest 1:30 time in there in practice, looking to assure himself a pole position, I'm sure, here today as the cars come out for their first lap here. Gets the tires hot. Listen to these babies. Those V8s are just crunching along. Such an awesome car. So we got the Mustang versus Chevy today. What's the new V8 Supercars? Have a lot of cars from the different countries. Look at this. Get out of my way, he says. And they have different names for different cars. Same manufacturer. So there is Nick Westy in that orange Supercharged Ford. There's our Krylov. He's in the number 17 white Ford Mustang. Gigante. Looks like he is sporting that Chevy. Nice car. And Mr. Hightree, one of our American drivers. He's got the Mustang going. Kotas, also in a Mustang. Ben Summers in the pit. Ollie Batson. It looks like he's also in the Mustang. Maybe the other guy's in the Mustang. Are we all Mustangs? What the heavens to Betsy? I'm looking for a Chevy. I thought I saw a Chevy. Some of them you can't tell. There's another Mustang. You look at the tail lights. Simon Barnes. There we go. There's a Chevy. There's that unmistakable rear end. Okay. And Woody still in the pits. Vandergeest. Is he also sporting the Mustang? Let's see. Yeah, he's in the Chevy too. So Vandergeest in the Chevy. And Da Silva, Mustang. All right, back to the top. We're about ready to start some hot laps here. So let's see. Since Grantovic is going to be the first one across the line, let's go ahead and follow him here. He's 24 seconds into Sector 1. What a great track, Phillip Island. I remember the old school days of it. They've changed it a little bit. That first section right here was just always so gnarly, that turn. Really had to be hard on the brakes. setting the pace already. Of course, there's no time, so he will show up purple in sector 1. This is a beautiful track. A great job that the mods did. Look at just whipping that thing around. And let's see, we have no help at all with track maps today. We've got to find a decent track map. And here comes our first time. A 130.6. Nicely done. Let's see who will be next in line here. There, they're coming across now. What's Westy? Was a 132. Also in the red there. Let's see. Krylov in that white Mustang with a shoot for that 130. He's about a second off up. So you could just see how Grantanovic, I got to get this name right. Roman. We're just sticking with Roman. Grantanovic. That might be right. I don't know. He could fix me up in the chat. But as predicted, I was thinking that Robert Duchenick, it's close at hand there. We got some cars coming in now sometimes that are within a second. I'm seeing Boney up at the leaderboard, but I do not. There he is, Massimo. Good. Cars making room there. Look at these guys are already fighting. It's quali, guys. Come on. Give yourself some room. Alright, let's check out High Tree on a time lap here. Pushing through sector 1. Trying to take advantage of as much, take it as tight as possible in those turns. Nicely done. Yeah, he is doing some off-roading here. Great design on this track. The modders did a really excellent job with this. Like I said, if you haven't yet tried this mod, you got to give it a couple laps. You'll just find yourself not wanting to stop. It's that much fun. All right, Mark. He is a couple of seconds off. Sector 2. He's going to come across and see where he can put himself. All right. Not too bad. He moved himself a little bit. 10th position. Let's see where Roman is. If he's on an out lap, so we'll check on him. And Robert Dishunik. I don't know how to pronounce that, Robert. I'm really sorry, but we'll figure it out. Should be challenging. Massimo Boni's coming back out for another lap. Where is Krill? Krill's on an out lap. Westy. They're all back on out lap. So I wonder if these guys are coming in to get fresh rubber, because it might take a toll on them. Let's take a look down here at the other end. Robert Taylor stood really well in some of our patch races. He's firing up in that Red Bull. That target time is still a 130.6. Hold on by Grantanovic, Roman. Muscling that car around. And let's see, Ben Sumners is in the pits, and so is Simon Barnes. But let's get, where is Westy? Here's Nick Westy. Now for some reason, I put his skin in the folder, but it doesn't look like it's showing up, so we'll have to sort that out for next time. I'm really sorry it didn't make it. Or maybe it did. I'm on the wrong guy. Here we go. There's Woody. Okay. My bad. Like I said, we've been a severe winter storm here. We've been like living in a cave in freezing degrees. So we're back with civilization now, so it's going to take me a minute here. But there is that monster skinned by our good buddy, Mr. Woody on the forums, driving that Mustang. All right, let's got a Giuseppe Ballini in that orange and black DeWalt Chevy. He's on an outlap. So do we have anybody challenging? I mean, come on, here is, you know, some 3 off is Deschenik. And then host Vandergeest on his outlap, yet another outlap. Give these guys a little bit more time in this quali. Usually they're 10 minutes, so this 15 minutes gives the guys a chance to kind of get out there and really put a good lap in and come back in, set the car up, whatever it needs, get some fresh rubber, take all the gas out, and just hammer this thing around what is Phillip Island. Really fun racing here. Yeah, looks like Vandergeest might be setting himself up for the next lap. He's on his out lap, so let's see who we got. Anybody on our timer here? Taylor, Robin Taylor, but he's yellow. Man, I wish I had a track map to see where I could find these guys. Right. Sumner's in the pits. Krylov has bumped himself up into 3rd in that white Ford. He's on a fresh lap here. Let's see what Krill can do. That infamous hairpin right then, sector 1 there. Oh, and you see he loses it there. This is such a tough turn to master. So these cars do really good on the limit until they don't. And there you have it. Costas. These yellows, just really good looking cars in this mod. Paint jobs. Jump back up to the leader. Right behind here. At 130.6 is still holding up. Seems like those first laps are the quickest. I don't see anybody improving, at least at the top. So track conditions maybe should be rubbering up a little bit. It doesn't look like there's a lot of sun on the track. A nice cool track, you would think. Brill, Massimo. These guys are all yellow in their sectors compared to their first lap, so might be a story to tell there. Check out Roman. And he's going to start a new time lap here with just over 4 minutes left in this session. If he can get it right to improve. We'll check his sector 1 comparison time here. See if he's indeed green. That gnarly hairpin. And that left coming out of it, it's just like, really got to be on your toes. He hits purple, however, in sector 1, so he has got it going on. Final push for pole here is just trying to guarantee his spot that he already sits atop. But with Robert and Krill right there, just some tenths off. We got 3 cars to challenge that are within a second. So Bonnie, Krylov, and Shiknik. Robert. Purple in sector 2 is Krtanovich. And here it comes. 3.2, he talked off some tenths there. So 1.30277 is the new time to beat. What the heck? Nicely done. And here is Robert Bichunik. Bichunik. Let's see what he can do here. Job off those curves. I need to shave a couple tenths, but not quite enough. Catch it, but he does assure himself in second place on the road. Let's check out Krill. Where is Krill here? He's on an outlap. So with just under 2 minutes left here, this will be the start of Krill's final lap. Let's see if he can challenge. It doesn't look like these guys that are coming out of the pits now are going to make it around. Maybe though. It's only a minute and a half lap, so yeah, they could probably get out. If they get out right now and get floored, any guys coming out of the pits will still probably get a good qualification lap in for their last chance. But right now we're going to see if Krill off can put himself up any farther. It's now or never. Still a good place to start up in the top three. He'll be in that second row as it is if he doesn't lose any time. As you can see, he's 3/10 off in sector one. So it doesn't look like he's set himself up in the first part of the track here for moving up. Just dealing with that tires, keeping it together there. Very technical, this Phillip Island. Great track. And it looks like Bonnie's moved himself up. Massimo. Somebody just came up the leaderboard there, and he comes across. And actually green in sector 3, but 31.495. He holds his position there, so these guys will be coming around for the last time now. I don't believe these laps are going to count. Not for him. Let's see where Westy is. Westy's in. About Taylor. Taylor's in the pits. Giuseppe. He's giving it a challenge. He's green in sector 1. He's currently holding that 8th position. Boy, the crowd loves him. Listen to him. Yeah, let's get a little drift going there. That's going to hurt his time, but it's fun to watch. But he still managed to be green in sectors 1 and 2, so he perhaps could move himself up from the 8th position. Let's just see what happens here. His time has expired. Oh, that's not going to help. Although he did look like he kept his foot in it, but he kind of got it wrong there a little bit. But he comes across, and it looks like he's going to maintain that 8th position. Yeah, that last sector cost him some time. So let's see who else is out here. Is Krill on a lip ripper? Yep, but he's yellow and yellow, so he's not going to help himself out. Massimo, also yellow and yellow, not going to improve. Kotas, he's not going to improve. So I think we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is our grid. And let's see if I can find the right button here that's going to set the grid. I think that's it. All right. Anybody coming across with a ripper? Giuseppe, however, I think I don't think he started in time. There's one other car out there, Ollie Batson. Yeah, but let's see where Ollie is. Yeah, these laps will not count. So there is your starting order. You can see Grantanovic with that 1:30.227 great time here at Phillip Island. And then Robert Bichunik just some 7/10 off with Krill. Another few off. So that the final time. Oh, hello. Let's get out of here. I don't want to look at that anymore. All right. There you have it. 5 minutes of preparation, I believe, is the time that these guys get. Let's see if we can find some views of the track here. There's the one I'm looking for. Good vantage point here to look from. see if I mess around with these keys. Yeah, I can move. I should be able to move. Yeah, there we go. I want to go up. There we go. All right. So, what's going to happen here? Let's take a look at the schedule, see if I got this right. Now, these dates might be wrong. There's a weird bug with the clock in R-Factor 2's software with the overlay. If I put the proper date, because I'm in the U.S., maybe, it advances it by 1 day. When I put up here, I'll say January 26th, and it'll show 27th. Anyway, so these might be right, they might be wrong. I don't know. I'll fix them later. Like I said, I didn't have time. We had a heavens to Betsy of a storm that just kind of wiped us all out. There, that screen's working now. This is the event round 1. So, okay, things are starting to go. There we go. Right on. Glad that's working. Let's see. We do not need the qualification box anymore. So I'll try to get my stuff in order here. As I think some guys are taking some out laps, so let's go ahead and focus on a couple guys here. As these guys going out for their final time, where they can take it easy, test a couple exit points, entry points, where the brake. They can check out the walls they're going to be crashing into, the sand pits they're going to be stuck in. Try and stay away from all that action. Stefan Winham in that Petrie entry. Ford Mustang. I gotta find a way to get a little more info. Now I can have, the problem is without having a track map, being able to see who's where, it's really hard to call this race. Now I have SimHub and I have all this stuff, but the problem is when you join as a spectator, it doesn't use it shows you not on the map because you're not in a car. So those are all individual, so I can hook it up to OSB and show the track map up there. But if I'm not racing, it doesn't show any cars. If I come in as a driver, I have a track map with all the little dots going around and we can see it. So anyway, if anybody has a solution, post it in the chat for me or chat afterwards. We do have chat open in this if you're watching. Of course, I can't monitor it right now because I don't have my phone, but I might go out and find it. I've been using my phone as a lifeline since we haven't had power. So in fact, while we watch these guys, I'm going to run out of the room and go try to find it because it's the only way I can monitor the live broadcast, which is about a minute behind. So, but anyway, I should be able to find it. So I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Now at least I can see what's coming across, so I know we're not just looking at a blank screen, which, hey, I've been known to pull that one off too. Blank screen, scoreboards blocking the whole broadcast, yeah, you name it, I've done it. Anything can happen here, so. With this Roman Gratonovich and his amazing time, however, you know, still under a second, so faster than the whole field, and he's going to start on the pole, so if somebody can get around him, it's really going to be hard to pass here. However, these cars are really good at door-to-door as far as banging into each other. You're not going to get a whole lot of damage, you would hope, and we might see some knock down, drag out fist fights here with fenders and benders. So, be fun to watch. I only hope I can keep track of all the action. Trying to, because remember we used to have live timing, and live timing on a separate app would have a track map that I could follow on the other screen, but they're out of business now, and the one we're using now doesn't really have a live track map that I could find. So if anybody knows, feel free to enlighten me. I know it's got to be possible to broadcast and not be in the race and have the SimHub software work. But like I said, if you are not in the race, then you're not taking part. Your info for that program doesn't exist. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. We are ready to race. Now, I haven't been able to look at the notes in time, so I do not even know if we're doing a standing start or a formation lap. So, we're going to find out. And it's going to be insane either way, I can tell you that. Because these guys are going to be pedal to the metal on the green. Alright. Okay, looks like a formation lap. Alright, so that'll bring some sanity to it. So, let's take a look at the starting order. So, here we go. Bogdanovic, Selnik, Kirikulov, Massimo Boni. There are your top four in rows 1 and 2. Rows 3 and 4, we got Costas Torres, Nick Westy, Robin Taylor, and Giuseppe Baldoni. 5-8. And then John Vandergeest in 9th place, Neil Woody in the top 10, very good. Ricardo Giannotti and Gilles da Silva bringing up number 12 in row 6. Then we have Mark Hightree from Flying Crowbar Racing, Ollie Batson, Stephen Winham, and Simon Barnes. And bringing up the bottom will be Robert Nishunek. Ben Sumners. Wait, how come they have him? Oh, he's just out in the line. See, I'm getting mixed information already. All right, well, there you have your starting order. Very good. As we're coming around. Let's see what else I can butcher up here. We're seeing a little bit of lag. It could be my connection here. Like I said, we're in the midst of a really winter storm. So for us here in the States, we use Fahrenheit. So you Euro guys aren't going to understand, but I mean, it was like 12 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Is it freezing 0 in Celsius? And freezing in Fahrenheit is 32. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, right? 0 should be 0, but anyway. So would Celsius be a -12? I don't know. I can tell you right now, it's freezing ass outside, and I'm not going out there. All right. I got my co-host here, Bubs the dog. He's now decided to jump up in my lap. So he's going to help me out here as we come to the line here, getting ready to start this round 1 of Phillip Island. Ay, caramba. There we go. All right, we are about ready to go green here. Let's listen for the horns. We're currently focused on the number 3 car catching the action. I'm going to jump back to Westy. That's about the 5th car back. So it goes by so fast on these starts. We're getting into turn 1. We might see a little bit of action. Let's hope everybody can keep it clean. It's going to be a tough battle. 60 minutes of racing. Phillip Island, V8 Supercars. Get yourself a Foster's and have a big chunk of Vegemite, and let's get this race underway. And there they go. And it looks like Artonovich gets a great start. Curl up, trying to move for position there. Looks like everybody's getting through okay as they race down into turn 1. See the top 3 finding it off with Bonnie there as they come around. It's looking good. It's looking good. I don't see any smoke in the background. There they're coming through. Oh, I heard a crash. There's some labels so we kind of get an idea. I did hear something severe, but I did not see a yellow, so I think we're good to go. I think we are good to go. As they come down the hill, look at these monstrous V8s just opening it up. Brilliant stuff. As they make it through. Pick up the tail end. All right. Back to the pointy end. It's bouncing off the curb. And there is your little look at Roman just taking that lead. There is Massimo in the background there. You can see Roman taking advantage of his speed and taking advantage of the pole position to keep the clean air and try to start outrunning these guys like he did in practice and qualified. So here is Krylov in third place with Westy right on his tail. So looks like we got some good racing back here in the 7th and 6th position with Vanderkees and Taylor. All right, I'm going to bring up the boxes. Kind of see what's going on here. All right. Now we can kind of see who's who. Now that they've got a good lap in. Looking for some. This whole pack between 6th and 10th. It's got a really good fight going on here. There's Neil Wood in that Mustang. Door to door with the Chevy. Is that either Taylor or Vanderkees? Let's get a quick view. Okay, there is Wood. And Taylor in front. And Vanderkees right on his tail. So, give you an idea who's going on there. The top 4 or 5, this group has caught up. So, we're looking at Nick Westy here holding the 4th position. And you can see Kotas right there behind him, leading that pack of 5th through 10th. So good stuff there. Good racing going on right in here. Meanwhile, Roman is holding that lead. He's got a second on Bonani so far. And then there's Krylov, who's got a little bit of a gap on the pack, but the pack of Costas, Taylor, Wood, Baldani, and Dechunik is better. It looks like Vanderkees has wavered off a little bit out of this battle. Oh, we've got some off-track expeditions going on there. It's Woody. Oh, Woody gets hit door to door. Oh, that was not good. Woody trying to get himself back on track. Let's go, Neil. You got this. Holy smokes. That was crazy. Let's see. Let's back that up a little bit. I want to see what happened. Can I go backwards? Nope. All right, never mind. I tried. Oh, devastating for Woody. That really knocked him out. But as we saw, that was a little side by side down the main straight there, and it just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and the air coming off the cars. They were side by side. It just sucked him right in and kind of threw him over to the side. I'm really apologizing. I didn't have time to set up the replay, but yeah, that was most unfortunate for Woody. I'm sure he has got his stream going from in the car. His heart monitor is probably going off the chain right now. So that puts Woody in 13th position back there. Vanderkees has moved up to 9th. This race here with Taylor and Giuseppe for that 7th spot. They're coming through again as they come down for yet another lap. Check out the battle between Dechunik and Cantadoras. Wow. And it looks like we got a little bit of a battle here for 3rd and 4th. It's just 4th and 5th right here. So that is the 5th place car of Westy and Dechunik. As you can see, he's making his move on the inside. Keep it clean. as Descendant got through. Bring up the battle box so we can get a little bit better idea what's going on. There we go. Look, these guys are duking it out in the front. So Wesley putting the pressure on Grill. Grill keeping Robert in the zip code there. These guys have tightened up. And then we got Taylor right back here battling with Giuseppe. So I believe these guys are going to need to make a pit stop at some time along the way, just for, if anything, retire in the 60-minute race. Get the timing box up there to see if we get that too much lag. Yeah, we're only 8 minutes into this race. Holy smokes. So we got a pretty good race into the back here. Woody, after that, he might have a little bit of damage, but he is now battling in 16th. He's coming up through the cars of Degate and Simon Barnes. And as he gets around Simon, and is now going to take his chances with Degate. Oh, but he's lost it a little bit, and Woody's off again. Woody's having some troubles. So I wonder if that was, he just got a tire off in the curb, or if he actually has enough damage. Let's see if I can get a look at his car here. He's got some hood damage there, you can see. Looks like he's composed. He might be in trouble, but also in front of him there, look at that, Simon Barnes goes off. So he's going to get that position back. All right, well, let's step up to this Vandergeest and High Tree battle. So here are two of SRO admins duking it out here at Phillip Island. We got High Tree chasing down Vandergeest. High Tree in that blue Mustang. Vandergeest up there in the red and white Chevy. And then, of course, in front of them is Costas. All right, yeah, we've hit the 10-minute mark just about. Things have started to settle down a little bit, but just so far the one bad accident that we saw that took Westy out of it, where those two just got it all wrong down the start-finish straight. But High Tree puts good pressure on Vandergeest here. Let's jump up to 6th place here. We got a pretty good battle here with Westy, Giuseppe, and Taylor is at the tail end of this, putting a little pressure. And of course that's Grill right there in 4th. So the podium is a little bit up in front of them with Robert Shutnick. So let's see where Robert is in his comparison. See, this is 3rd place. 3rd place all by himself. There's 6 seconds back to Grill, and then Massimo, he's got, only 3 seconds behind, so he's keeping him in the same zip code as Roman. So if Roman just has a error-free race and keeps it clean, his pace is going to put him atop the checkers here at the end. So anyway, back to this Westy battle. So I'll give you a quick look who's who. There we go. So there's 4th through 7th right there, duking it out. Giuseppe right in the middle of it there. Looking for the grab on the inside. Trying to take advantage. He's pulled up alongside. The Westy holds that inside tight. Taylor right there, waiting for a mistake. Oh, and we've got a Krill. What happened to Krill? Krill gets it all wrong and puts it in the sand and the grass and gives up that from 4th to 7th. Oh, and he takes out. Who's out with him? Oh, most unfortunate. Was that Westy? It was. Westy gets interrupted by Krill. I don't know. I didn't quite see how that happened. Was that just a bad interpretation of who was where on the track? I don't know. But without any kind of track map or way to figure it out on my own here, I just got to try to guess at what happened. Battle through here. So Vandergeest and Hightree are still duking it out here. These guys are keeping it clean. There's Mark giving Vandergeest the business. Gonna find a way around. These guys are the tightest two on the track right now after the unfortunate episodes we've witnessed before. So it moves these guys up a couple. And let's see where Westy's right behind these guys, I believe. There he is, some 2 seconds back. He's got a little fender benders, but it doesn't look like he's got a lot of damage, so I think he's okay. Krill finds himself in 5th now, after giving up 4th with his little off-road excursion, but then we just don't know what happened there when he came back on track and crashed into Westy. I believe that's what happened, putting Westy back behind him then. But anyway, that puts Robin Taylor into 4th position. All by himself now, so the battles are back here in the middle. So let's get back to this Vandergeest Hightree battle. Some good stuff here. Down the start finish straight. You see Captain Boris up in front there, the white car, Vandergeest in the red and white Chevy. Smoking these tires, this is what's leading me to believe that these guys are not going to make 60 minutes on this set of tires. I don't even know if there might be a mandatory stop. I can't remember. Like I said, I've been living in cold darkness. Meanwhile, victim number 1, Woody, who never gives up, is battling his way. He's got himself up into 14th now, and he's trying to take the 13th away from Gingati. He's putting up a decent fight, but it looks like Woody might have him on the outside as they come up to the turn 1. Across the line, he's trying to stick it to the outside, and it looks like he gets that position. And he holds it. Nice job there, Neil, getting another spot back, 13th. Very good driving there by Ricardo, keeping it clean. There you have that. And meanwhile, back to the Vandergeest has put himself in front of Costas, and Costas had a little bit of resistance. So now, getting ahead of Costas is Vandergeest, finding himself in 7th, putting Hightree car behind him now with Captain APTORA having a little bit of trouble. It looks like he's struggling a little bit. Hightree is going to try and find his way around. As the battle for the top 10 mid-pack continues to stay hot. Advantage. Looks like Hightree can get the draft a little bit down the main straight and look for a way around. He's going to the inside. Does he have the momentum? Oh, he wisely puts on the brakes. Save it for another lap, but the pressure is on right here. Costas defending beautifully as Hightree is looking desperately for a way around. Really good stuff here. Oh, who's that off in the back? Is that Westy? Westy's troubles continue as you saw him put it off in the dirt there, kicking up some dust. So we don't know. He might have a little bit of steering damage. Oh, Hightree he's looking deep. Let's see, I'm trying to look on the dashboard. Fuel left, 17. I don't know if that's right, though. I think R Factor 2 is one of the few games where a lot of the data does transfer over to multiplay for when you're looking at the other cars. You see the lap timer ticking down, but I'm not sure if the fuel level is correct. 17.6, but needless to say, he's putting the screws to Costas here. As Vandergeest, enjoying the battle of the two behind him, is actually getting himself a little gap there in 7th place. And he might be thinking about Krill up there. Krill might be a little bit wounded. Vandergeest has illusions of gaining yet more positions, I believe. But it looks like we got High Tree coming down the straight again, looking for another way. As Costas defends again. Nicely done. Looking down the list here. Let's see if we got anything else going on. It doesn't look like, oh, there's a little up tap. I think if High Tree can get around, he might have the pace to get by and get away, but Costas is having nothing to do with it. Oh, well, there's some string braking, which allows High Tree up the side. Looking to that inside. He really needs to get around. I think he can outpace him and be able to catch Vandergeest again if he can just get through. But he's got to get through. You can see Vandergeest slowly catching up with Krylov up there. As what it looks like from the tires. All right. Yeah, I believe Vandergeest in front of these guys. Gonna maintain. Let's check it out. There is John. So, Mappy still got a little bit of a gap, almost a second, but under a second though, so he can close in on the straight here. See who's got the more horsepower. Nicely done. And then here's Westy behind High Tree, and High Tree making another run down the straight. Let's see. Just can't quite get enough on there. I see some guys are chatting in the chat, but I don't think it's English, so I don't have any idea what you guys are saying in there. But thanks for joining. Okay, we have our first pit stop. Ben Summers is in the pits, though. I don't know if this was repair or tire or what, but he, as our first pit stop, at the go back to this mid-pack battle, which seems to be the battle so far on the track. Vandergeest has caught Krill. Then we got High Tree and Costas right behind them. So these 4 cars in a battle. But also Gromadish, what do we have at the lead? Okay, we have our pit stop. So here we go. The leader is in. The leader is in for his tires, I believe, and gas, I would assume. Yep, looks like he's got his tires and he's heading out. That's going to reposition him and put Bonnie in the front. As there comes your leader back out in traffic, coming out in approximately 5th position. So the pit stops have started. And the leader pitting from there, I mean, you can't undercut if you're the leader, but he has put the first pit stop in for tires, so could be cooking those babies down. That puts Taylor in 3rd position. Massimo Bonini is our new leader until we get a pit stop, and there we hit the 40-minute mark. So Robert Dejunik currently in 2nd place, the gap, and then Gusapi is in a good battle here with Roman here. In the first place, he's trying to get around and get that spot back after the pit stop. So Roman looks like he gets through there with no problem, and he's already up the line. Looking at the tail end of Taylor. He's got to get through a little bit of traffic here. He's getting through some of the back markers. holding that 4th place. Let's see where Taylor is. So he's got about 2.5 seconds on him still. Let's see. That's not a very big gap when you consider that this guy still or might need to come in for tires. All right. Meanwhile, Hartree and Costas still duking it out back here in the mid-pack for 8th and 9th. Guys got to be thinking about tires as well. 20 minutes in with the leader pitting already. I'm wondering if his extreme pace has taken a toll on the rubber. So there's Massimo, the leader, new leader, with Robert. Nick closing in right on his tail, so this could be a pretty good fight here coming up for a lead exchange. But again, we don't have any way to see the tire wear, which is fine. We just know that they're going. I can tell just by the way these guys are seesaw it through these turns now. They're duking it out there. Meanwhile, back to the Vandergeest Krill battle. He's taking a look. Ballini's up there in front of him with Vandergeest looking for a way. Let's see. De Silva, 16th place. So we got the blue flag there. He's letting these leaders through. Good job, Gilles. I'm sorry. De Silva lets it through. Silva maintaining, keeping a decent race. Just keep it on the track. Can't score points unless you finish. So anyway, the front now, we got a little bit of a battle for the lead now. Assuming these guys are going to be coming in for tires shortly. It could be a short-lived, as you can see Roman's already in 3rd place back there after a pit stop. So that pace, of course, it was a pretty quick pit stop, tires only, I would assume. But I guess you can fuel and tire at the same time in our practice too, I think. So guys had closed in a little bit. Meanwhile, let's take a look back at Woody now. Currently 13th, trying to get 12th. As it looks like he's going to get him spot on another spot back. He's fighting his way back after that incident on the main straight. So Woody battling, getting around Winham. Nicely done. And then back to the High Tree battle. High Tree has got him sweats around, and we can see we missed the pass, but obviously after tile and turmoil, he has gotten around Costas. So now he can set his sights on trying to close in on Vandergeest again, who's got himself a substantial lead now after the battling that was the High Tree Costas battle. Sorry we missed that pass, but yeah, trying to keep up. And Vandergeest has gotten around Krill as well, so that's another pass that I missed. But old news is still news. So there you have it. Vandergeest in 6th place. Baldoni in 5th. Taylor in 4th ahead. With Krylov, who did have that off. I don't know if he's got any damage, but he is a little bit slower. Remember, he was in that top 4 for the first part of the race. Finds himself now in 7th position, battling it out. Right. So everybody's pretty spread out now. Let's see where the leader. So do we have another pit stop? Massimo. Nope, he's only a couple of seconds behind. And then here is pole sitter and led the first 20 minutes of this race. Some 8 seconds back is Taylor. But I want to see how far back is yeah, they're not going to show us, but we can see on the board there that Katanovic is about 6 seconds off of the lead now. All right. And here is Ale Batson and Nick Westy, 10th and 11th. Good shot of Ali. Holding his own. Looking for a top 10 if he can keep pace and hold on and get a hold of Westy up there. And now Krill looks like he wants to come back a little bit on John if he can do it. He has anything in the tank to charge with. And Ben Sumners is in the pits again. So must have some damage there. Alright. Let's see, Simon Barnes and that red Chevy that has Toyota stickers all over it. Must be a Toyota powered Chevy. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. That could very well be true. Right. Trying to get a little bit of everybody. Here's Ricardo Chagate in 14th. Some 5 seconds behind Wenham. Holding 13th. And there is Stefan in that Mustang. All by himself there in 13th. And then Woody making his way back up. He might be dreaming of a top 10. He's got plenty of time. We got 32 minutes left. There is Ollie. You can see we got a little bit of a battle here with Westy. Got to get through the lap of traffic. See, that was the Silva. Getting some lag here. Check on the high tree. Yeah, we're getting a lot of lag right now, so hopefully it'll pass. It could be my end with the weather. I'll turn off a couple of these windows, maybe it'll help. All right, we got a battle for 5th and 6th now. Red cars in the pits. Okay, that's what it was. All right, so Shunik and Massimo both pitting at the same lap. Here comes Boney out. Boney. And here comes High Tree. Wow, we got some serious lag going on. Apologize for that. So the High Tree battle now this is a quandary of iron and rubber. With Massimo right behind these guys, going to be looking for a way around, I'm sure, coming out with fresh rubber. So the fresh tires are going to really pay off here. As it looks like High Tree might be giving it back up. Yes. Oh, Costas gets back around High Tree. And we got Massimo with fresh rubber coming through, mixing up the party. So these guys are going to have to regroup here. Ricardo Gigante is also pitted. So him in the pit. So he's getting some rubber. And I believe we're probably going to see High Tree and Costas both come in for tires. As you can see the difference as Massimo gets through. That was what was 7th and 8th position now. And look who's atop the lead again after the pit stops. There is Gratanovich and Taylor in the pit. And now comes another car in the pit. Let's see. Okay, Giuseppe, Taylor. Oh, we've got a crash in the pits. Are they sharing a pit box? Oh my God. It's all going to hell in a handbag here. That was most unfortunate for Taylor. Just got the pit stop kiss of death. You got to remember there is no R Factor 2. The pits have collisions on. You cannot be cramming into the spots. A lot of these guys race a couple different sims, and yeah, they have that ghost cars in the pits, which I totally disapprove of, because it leads to events like that where you think, oh, we're in the pits, I can go through guys. No, you can't go through guys. That was most unfortunate. So that is really going to cause Giuseppe, I think, to suffer a little bit, because he's going to have to do all that repair now. He's coming out. Looks like he's got all 4 fenders. So we will see. Meanwhile, Vandergeest finds himself in 3rd place, but he just gave way to Robert, I believe. Vandergeest still on his original tires holding that 3rd place spot, so you can see how the new rubber is pretty much making these guys out on tires easy prey. See what we got here. Westy. Here's the Westy group. Oh, and they're just still having fun back there. Getting sideways. Right, I'm going to bring up the box again. I think the lag has subsided. We're having a little bit of a wavelength. Okay, as Wesley's bringing it in. All right, wisely done. Wesley coming in for his pit stop. And it looks like right behind him is Taylor. So these guys are coming in for, I would believe, tires and probably some damage, I would guess. So High Tree now finds himself in 4th place, and he's got some clear sailing, but he does have old tires, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him coming in pretty quick. Still getting the lag bug. And here is Woody. Now finds himself in 7th. And I don't think he's pitted yet either. No, so we got Wesley coming out. We got Taylor in the pits. Okay, Vandergeest is now coming in. Vandergeest is coming out of the pits now. He's got some fresh rubber. So now that we see without 27 minutes left, these guys can make it on one stop. To find out. Turn off the timer. Might help with the lag a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, here we go. Costas in 5th place, battling with Ollie. I don't think Costas has pitted yet, has he? I don't believe he has. But the top 3 are pretty much back in the original order. Jump back to Ollie now in 6th place. Done. That's straight for some speed. He's going to get around him. It looks like he might have him. He's got the nose, and he does get that position from from Costas. So we got High Tree, as I figured. He's in for the pits now, getting some fresh shoes. Come out, be able to fight the way rest of this race. Of course, wait until the later on. It's probably a smart move. Roman, here's our leader who pitted first. He's coming through some lap cars, I believe, now. First to pit, so his tires might be getting a little long, but he has no problem getting through some of these lap cars. Because there is your leader. And Nishunik all by himself in 2nd, and Massimo holding 3rd position. So those battles in the pit, but we got Woody back up in 6th. But as you can tell, just by the way these guys are driving, he's got some issues, I believe. He's probably walking on eggs a little bit. You can see how that car just wants to get away from him. He's doing a great job of holding it in there. Look at that. He's got definitely had some steering issues, and I'm sure from that damage that he took early on. All right, let's see. We got Vandergeest coming back out in 9th position. Giuseppe right behind him. Bring up the box. It doesn't seem to matter with the lag or not. We're going to lag when we get lag. So Giuseppe about a second or so behind Vandergeest, holding that 10th spot. We got Krylov now, who's looking to run down Wood. Is the battle for 6th place. And we know that Neil has got his hands full with that car, so how long can he hold him off? You can see Woody just fighting that thing. They're both in the same car. You can see he's probably going to get him here. can see Krill on the exit of the turns isn't having the wobbly washy. The car's just getting away from Wood. So, I mean, we got to hand it to Woody wrestling that car. No, he's got some damage. Especially right here on exit, you'll see him swimming around a little bit. So he's got to overcorrect. So, he's just hanging on, is Mr. Woody. There he's coming in now. Okay, wisely so, as Neil's coming in for his pit stop. Probably get a little damage repair too. And it looks like we got Krill followed him in. We got three of them all. Ollie, Costores, and Westy all in the pits at the same time with Wood. All right, so now we're going to see what's going on. That's going to move a couple guys up. So Vanderkee's back into sixth now. With Giuseppe just putting the pressure on him. And Costas, there they come out of the pits. They're all coming out together. So that's a quick tires only stop. And a race amongst the pit crews. So now these guys got some fresh rubber. I think Woody obviously is still in the pit. He had some damage. So hopefully he fixed that a little bit of steering issues that he was having. I believe that's the leader going by him now. We've got a great battle here. Vanderkees and Giuseppe. Yeah, I'm looking down the line here and see if I can find any other battles. These battles kind of speak for themselves. Vanderkees has his hands full. Battle for 6th and 7th. We got another car in the pits. Oh, it's Gronovich. Okay, the leader's pitting again. So this is a two-stopper for Roman with 20 minutes left. So he's got about 20 minutes of stint out of those tires to his liking, I would say. Pitting for first place, and that's going to put... Munich should take the lead here as he comes around. Where is he? Did he have enough time? It looks like Roman was able to come in and out with that stop and not lose any positions. So the strategy his plan has definitely paid off, because now he's got fresh rubber with 20 minutes to go and the lead of the race. So that extreme gap really made the difference there. Let's see, Hightree, after his pit stop, has struggled to find his way back up the leaderboard. He has 8 seconds off of Woody, who pitted in front of him, so he might have had an incident that we missed. But here is Wood trying to battle his way up. There's Taylor, and yeah, that's your chance to see fights right there. So Taylor, who's had his hands full all race, now Woody's got to run him. Let's see. You can tell now by watching Woody that his car seems to be a little bit more under control. Nicely done. So yeah, I think Neil's got his car a little bit more under control. Maybe. Taylor applying pressure. It looks like, let's jump up to the Vanderkees battle, because he is also about to make a move on Giuseppe. Oh, and he puts it up in the dirt. Can he save it? Oh, that's going to cost him. Vanderkees gets it all wrong on that turn. He had a pretty decent charge going, but now he's going to have to regroup and actually cheap Costas off of him. Where Costas is. So he's got about 7 seconds on him. So, no, that's on Ollie. where's the Vandergeest timing? Yeah, okay, so these guys are way down from the leaders, but a battle nonetheless. This Taylor is inside a second on Woody. Battle continues. This is for the top 10, which Woody currently holds. Nicely done. So let's check on the pointy end here. Here is second place, some 7 seconds behind Roman, and that's after Roman's second pit stop. So a brilliant show of pace by Kotonovich. And then we have Massimo. He's some 10 seconds back in 3rd position. But then we got Krill about 6 seconds off of no, he isn't. He's closer than that. I mean, he's farther than that. So Bonnie's some 19 seconds up the leader, and Krill is some 63 seconds. So these cars are way a pit stop behind almost as far as race time goes, as you can see. Don't tell me Kotonovich. Yeah, all right. That 10-second gap has become 9 seconds now with the Chunik trying to maintain pace. Meanwhile, the Taylor and Wood battle continues as the lag fest also continues. I don't know why we get a bunch of lag right there. But like I said, we've got horrendous weather here and I might be down on bandwidth. Let's take a look at Ollie, who's going to be holding on here in 9th position. He's got a hornet's nest coming up behind him with Woody and Taylor. So if he can hold his own, you can see Neil right there behind Ollie, holding that 9th position. Westy seems to have catching him quite rapidly here. It's down to a half a second gap. And here we're coming down the straight. Let's see if Neil can put the screws to it. You can see his car's handling a lot better now, so good to see. He's got his car back under control, and he's up in the top 10 after that first 20-minute incident. This is the closest battle we have right now. And he's looking for a move. He's going alongside. He's gonna get it. It looks like he's got that position, so Woody moves himself up into 9th. And Ollie concede in 10th position, and now we'll have to deal with behind him with Robin Taylor. And Costas in 8th has a pretty good gap to Woody, which you can see there. They're a lap down, but Vandergeest in 8th position, right up ahead. And I believe we got some lap cars right there. Yeah, that's Stefan Whittem in 14th. The Vandergeest just got around. He makes his way through traffic to hold that gap. Coming down the straight. Meanwhile, back here, Taylor. Ollie's got his hands full of Taylor now, just as we predicted. It's making a run down the straight. This is where it happened. The big V8s open those babies up, and there you have it. Ollie giving up another spot, takes him out of the top 10, and somebody else coming in right behind him there. Who is that? Try and get a gander. So, oh, that's our 2nd place car. So the leaders are coming through now as high as 10th position. So blue flags abound for Taylor and Ollie. as Ollie lets the second place car rubber digit. And Taylor about to do the same, I would imagine. And he gets around him. Nicely done, and now the battle can now continue. Let's check out Vandergeest. Costas has caught him. So now John's feeling the pressure to maintain that 7th position. Remember, the points pay all the way down to last position, I believe, so gotta finish. As he gets a run, and he finds Vandergeest on the outside. Costas on the inside, taking that 7th position away. And then we have Giuseppe. Giuseppe might be next in line. Let's check out Giuseppe's lead on these guys. Though he's only 3 seconds ahead of 7th place Costas, and that little off right there is not going to help him. That's going to close the gap on him. So Vandergeest, let's see if Vandergeest has anything to come back with. Hard to believe that Vujanovic on a 2-stopper is still way out front. Got some 15 seconds on the shooting. Got his way through all that traffic. All right, so there's Baldoni. I'm assuming that's how it is. I apologize. Vandergeest. There he goes. So it looks like Costas has been improving his gap time to Vandergeest. And at this point in time, we don't really have anybody under a second to anyone. So they're spread out a little bit here as we're coming close to just about 11 minutes remaining. Westy in that 5th spot. He's got a 4-second gap over Baldoni. Let's see what's going on at the tail end here. Ben Sumner's still in this race. He had a couple of pit stops, but let's got to give it to him. He's still in it. He's 8 laps down, but hey, he is a sim racer, and he's sticking it out. So kudos to Ben. Good job, Ben. Plus, these cars are so fun to drive. Why not? You're already in the race. Why not finish it, right? Nobody gives up. Nobody leaves. And Gil De Silva in the same boat. Proud of these guys for sticking it out. I'm a backmarker myself, so you can't always be at the pointy end, but you can still have some good racing. And half the time, it's a race against the track. It's almost like golf. You know, you're playing the course. As the leaders are trying to come through. What was that? Oh, and there's a mix-up in the back. Who was that? That wasn't our leaders, was it? No. Who in the heck was that? See, I don't have a track map to see who that was. Must was these guys with the Costas and Giuseppe? It might have been. I didn't see a yellow come out. But holy smokes, that was intense. I don't know what happened, but we saw a little bit of it there. Man, this lag is killing me. So I believe that was these two. But they're trying to get around the lap down car, and no fault of his, they kind of swung each other out to the outside. I didn't see any sudden moves by who's that? De Silva or Barnes or Ben. So I don't know. So let's check the Vandergeest battle here. So Giuseppe's got a couple seconds on John, and Costas has just moved out. Costas is pulling away from both of them. Remember, it was only a few laps ago that Costas and Vandergeest had that battle going on. And now Costas has got himself a decent gap on 7th. And Westy finding himself in 5th. Remember, Westy had all those issues early on, so he's looking at a top 5 finish. And look at Krill. He was in the top 5 to start with. I believe he even had 3rd for a while there, 4th place possibly. But he is back in 4th after he had some incidents too. So this is good to see as we are under the 10 minutes left here with just over 8 minutes remaining. Let's check back here with High Tree. Maintaining. Who is this in front of him? So Simon's okay. So he's coming up on the 15th place car of Simon, and he's probably going to let him through with the blue flag, which he does. There goes High Tree, nicely done. And then Ollie, we did see Ollie fighting up there in the top 10 for a while. He is currently in 11th all by himself. So it looks like Taylor's got about 4 or 5 seconds on him. There we have that. And Woody, he's had quite the race, Mr. Wood. He's been to the bottom of the valley, and now he's trying to soar back to the top of the mountain. And currently in the top 10, which I believe is a win today for Woody after the incidents he had there. Unfortunate that action he had. We'll hear all about it in the forums, I'm sure. Well, luckily, there's a 24-hour cool-down period before these guys can really get mad. So hopefully, we won't see anything crazy come of it. Let's check on Vandergeest. Still that 2-second gap. So the pace is coming down a little bit when the tires are getting warm, with the exception of this man right here, our leader, Roman Bratanovic, who's just taking it to everybody. And we have another car entering the pits there. Was that Grill? Who in the heavens of Betsy was that? He just dove into the pits. And it's not showing up on the my timing. Oh yes, okay, there it was. It was Costas. So Costas taking that pit stop, giving Vandergeest an advantage now to come back. So obviously his tires are good for about 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Some guys are stretching them out longer. So if you can make it on a one-stop, you are going to be slippery at the end. It's telling me this. So Vandergeest jumps up a spot. That puts Woody up a spot, which brings Ollie back into the top 10, which I'm sure he's happy about with just over 6 minutes left. Nicely done. And Costas is coming out now with fresh rubber in 11th. So he's got 6.5 minutes to push. Whereas High Tree's coming down on the High Tree's still on that one stopper. So looks like the guys on 2 stoppers are going for that quick push on the rubber. There, Roman, look at that lead. He's still got 11 seconds on Robert. And Massimo has got 19 back to second place. So I don't think that's going to be a threat unless Massimo or Bratanovic have an off. And meanwhile, Krill holding his own with the Westie some 8 seconds back. Nicely done. There is Westie. Another survival story for most of these guys. I'm telling these BH Supercars, man, it's a slugfest. Like 2 kangaroos going at it. Vandergeest currently in 7th. Giuseppe's got that couple second, almost a 3-second lead on him. And there's Woody. About 4 seconds back. And I believe he's got the second place, Sunik, right there. Probably just let him through, or does he have the rubber to get through? Sunik, I believe, is still on a one-stopper. Eccentric, I don't know, Robert. I really apologize for the name butchering, but it's hard for us Americans to get those Euro names down. Right. Uh-oh, we got a yellow. Who can it be? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's check with the leader first. So it's not him. It's not second place. We're going down the list. There's Massimo. Krylov holding his own. Westy. Steppy. And there's Vandergeest. You can see him back there. He's maintaining that, just keeping that gap just under 3 seconds. If he can do anything here with the last 4 minutes, I don't know if he's going to have time. On down the line here, Neil Woody. You can see Vandergeest is next to Woody's sights. He's got, I think, the number 2 car, I believe, is between them. Yeah, that is second place car. So it's going to be breathing down Vandergeest's tailpipe here in a minute, but there's only 3 minutes left, so. Here we got Taylor and Costas in the last section battle here. All right, here we go. This is it for the top 10. Drift around that turn. It's just so insane. All right, we're hitting the 2.5 minute mark here. This is the only tight battle on track as we speak. The gap was a little bit tighter there. Let's see if we can close it in. They're going to have another lap after this, it looks like, with the amount of time left. So I'm scanning over here to see got any other battles. I don't see anything. Let's check out where Vandergeest is getting drawn in by second place. He's going to have to let him around. But he does have a pretty good gap on Woody, so I believe with just 2 minutes left that he's going to be able to maintain that gap. Vandergeest find himself in 7th position. And then at the Taylor battle, did we pull into the pits? Yes, he did. Costas came into the pits again. So Costas must have had something going on. He couldn't take it any longer. Had to give up all those positions with just under 2 minutes left now. Let's see where he comes out. So here he is. He's coming out in 11th. High Tree some 6 seconds back in 12th. That right behind him is that De Silva. All right, maintaining a decent race. Okay, so the Woody Vandergeest battle for 7th place has one last lap here to try and make it up with that 1.5 seconds. So he has closed in a little bit. Woody's going balls to the walls here with the pedal down. Let's see what happens. See the gap there. It looks like second place has gotten around Vandergeest, and that probably slowed him down a little bit to allow Woody to catch up. But this will be the last lap. They have time to cross the line. What sector are they in? Who knows? With no track map, I have no idea. Okay, this is going to count. This is it. Here we are, last lap. That was sector 3. So Woody's got a shot. He's got a lap to do it now. He's got 27 seconds until where. Let's check out where Roman is. So I believe time will expire before Roman hits the line to finish the race. 1.1 seconds on Vandergeest. Woody desperately hunting him down now. See the gap. Getting ready to tick it over to Katanovich and watch him cross the line. Comes around. I think we sit sector 3 now. Arthur is your leader. Katanovich, he's going to take the checkered. A few turns away. Lap cars let him through. Comes your leader. With Krylov in 4th place. Look at that. He's about caught up to 4th place. in this amazing race by Roman, winning round 1 at Phillip Island. There is your winner. Roman Gratonovich takes first place. Very nicely done. Robert Deschene coming in second. Grill's going to get third. And what's this battle here with Vandergeest? This is it. Woody has caught him. Let's focus in on this. Vandergeest. He's going to pull from the side and cannot, almost by a nose. Westy takes fourth. Woody in 7th. Just a toe fight with Vandergeest, nose to nose. Very exciting last lap there, guys. Holy smokes. Taylor in 8th. In the 5th. And Ollie, nice job. Ollie getting the top 10. And Massimo finishing up in that 10th position. Or does Castoris get it? Yeah. Okay, so Bonanni's in the pits. That's why. Oh, my goodness. He gets a DNF out of that? How did that happen? Did he leave too soon? Massimo, what happened? Wow. And here comes Hightree with a photo finish. Nicely done, Mark. Trimming the lawn for us. Saving the landscapers a little bit of work. Nicely done, Mr. Hightree. So, yeah. There he goes. End it all. He's in end it all mode. Come back, Mark. There you go. Nicely done. Yeah, it's Burnout Central now. Oh, yeah. Let's just destroy the car. The pit crews, they're going to be happy with that. Well, what an event, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys stuck it out with me, holy smokes. There's Gigante getting 12th place. And Simon Barnes in 15th. Stefan Wenham in 14th, very good. Gil De Silva getting 16th. Ben Sumner's had an issues in the race, but he did finish the race in 17th spot. Nicely done. So the points will spread out, and we will hear all about this in the aftermath of the forums, I'm sure. There was a lot of pushing and shoving going on, some door banging, as we expect with V8 Supercars racing. So all in all, it was a pretty exciting race. Hopefully I will be more prepared for round 2 in 2 weeks, and I will be actually able to have more than 15 minutes to prepare. As like I said, we were out of power and freezing our butts off here in this Arctic storm that we're having in the Pacific Northwest here. So that's it for round 1. I want to thank our sponsor APTORA for sponsoring this broadcast at Sim Racing Online. I'll have his banners up for the next round. As there you have it. Leaderboard: Katranovich, Deselnik, Krylov, Westy, Baldoni, Vandergeest, Wood, Taylor, Batson, and Krasnodars in the top 10. And then Hightree finishing 11th, Chigate 12th. Bonanni, now Massimo, I don't know what happened there. I think he left the server maybe too soon. He didn't cross the line. But they've got him unofficially in 13th with a DNF. And then Stefan Wenham in 14th, Barnes in 15th, that's Silva 16th, and Summers in 17th. All right, everybody. That's it for me. I am out, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Round 2, it should be something exciting, and we will see you then. Adios.